Let us understand how we can insert data into partition tables using dynamic partition mode. Without dynamic partition mode, you have to pre-create the partitions before inserting the data into the table. If you are a developer, it is pretty straightforward to automate the process of pre-creating the partitions and then inserting the data into the table. However, if you are a non-developer, even for inserting data for 10 years, you might have to create 120 partitions if your partition strategy is by month, which is quite cumbersome. Dynamic partition mode will actually solve the problem. We don't need to pre-create the partitions. Partitions will be automatically created when we issue insert command in dynamic partition mode. To insert data using dynamic partition mode, we need to set the property hive.exec.dynamic.partition to true. Also, we need to set hive.exec.dynamic.partition.mode to non-strict. Only when these properties are set, you will be able to leverage the dynamic partition mode to get the data into the partition table by creating the partitions on the fly as the data is inserted into the table. That being said, so far we have created the table called as orders_part. We have pre-created partitions for 2013 July, August, September, October and November, and we have loaded the data into partitions 2013 July, August, September and October using load, and then we have copied the data into the 2013 November by using the insert command with static partition being pre-created. Now let me go further and try to get data into the table for rest of the months starting from 2013 December till 2014 July using dynamic partition mode. We need to connect to the database. Let's list the tables. We have orders_part already created. You can see it here. You can actually get the count from orders. You can also get the count from orders_part. Just to get an idea that not all the data in orders is copied to orders_part. And we can see that we have only 20,000 plus records in orders_part instead of 68,883 records which are there as part of the orders. We have 24,770 records in orders_part because we have only copied data for 5 partitions starting from 2013 July till 2013 November. Now let's review the properties hive_exec dynamic partition and hive_exec dynamic partition mode. It is showing as undefined. We can actually set these to true and non-strict respectively, and then we should be able to insert the data into this table. However, if you look at the syntax, as part of the insert into table clause after the table name, you have to say partition, and in circle brackets you just have to specify the partition column name. You don't need to specify the column value here. Then when it comes to select clause, on top of the fields which we are selecting from the underlying table, we also need to have the logic to get the right order month here. So this is the logic which will get the right order month, and also as the table already have the data related to 2013 July till 2013 November, I am interested only in copying data from 2013 December 1st. That's why I am actually having this condition. So you need to filter the data which you want to insert, and it will apply the dynamic partitioning using this data, and it will try to get the data into the table, and also it will actually create the partitions on the fly. Now the table is loaded with this new set of data from 2013 December till 2014 July. Let's review the output of this ls command against orders_part, and you can see that there are more folders now than what we have seen earlier. For each and every month starting from 2013 July till 2014 July, we have the folders. So this is the folder for 2014 July, and this is the file that is added into the table. Same is the case with rest of the other partitions starting from 2013 December. Let me actually review the 2013 December. This is the folder for 2013 December, and this is the file that is added just now when we actually ran that insert command. This is how you should be able to get the data into the partition table using dynamic partition mode, where the partitions will be created on the fly. Now if you run the count on orders and orders_part, you should be able to see the same count. Orders have 68,883 records. Orders part also will have the same number of records. You can see them here. That being said, as we have successfully completed how to get the data into partition tables using load as well as insert, now it is time for us to conclude this topic of DML and partitioning with an exercise. I will walk through the exercise as part of the next topic.